the ball to you, Margaret.
Good.
All right, everyone, we are now live. And I'm going to turn my video off so I'm not distracting everyone. All right, welcome everyone. We'll take just a few more seconds for everyone to get logged on. But we're so excited that you all are joining us today to learn a little bit more. We're super excited that you are here for Premier. So very much welcome. And so I'm going to turn it over to our panelists today so you guys can learn all of the information. So panelists, take it away.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Dale Connally. I am the interim chair for the Department of Health, Human Performance, and Recreation, and I'm joined today by Dr. Margaret Wooddy, my longtime colleague, and we're both Baylor graduates, and she oversees the all-level physical education and the health kinesiology and leisure studies program. And before we jump into this, you got to know that we're pretty proud of some of our majors right now. We had 4 of the 8 starting players, the first 8 players on the court for the men's basketball team. 4 of them are health kinesiology and leisure studies major. I've had them all 4 in the classroom, and I'm happy to report to you proudly that they're fantastic student athletes. These are men of character, and we're very excited. We're very excited to celebrate with them, and it's a historic, great time for Baylor. And okay, Megan, if you can move us. Perfect. I want to give you guys an overview of our college so you can kind of find us. Sometimes it's hard to find us on the web when you're looking for us. We are located within the Robbins College of Health and Human Sciences. There are 4 departments. You can see communication and sciences disorders, human sciences and design, HHPR, us, and public health. And you can see the majors that fall into those. And we will delve into the HHPR majors a little more as we go. Go ahead, Megan. Perfect. These are the ones that fall within our department, and we will give you certainly more details about those. Health kinesiology and leisure studies is kind of a flexible generalist degree. Health science studies has all of the pre-professional concentrations in it. Recreation and leisure services is mine, with outdoor recreation and recreation ministry and others. And then there's exercise physiology, which is a STEM field, and all-level physical education. So go ahead. Before we get started, let's let you think about, click it one more time, Megan. Before we jump into this, I want you to finish this sentence down in the chat. Either now or in the future, I'd like to. Just think about yourself, how you describe yourselves to your friends. What do you like, or what do you envision for the future that you want to do? Just pop that in there right quick. Just shoot them in there. There's a doctor. I like it. Excellent. Excellent. Travel. Oh, nice. That's how we think. That's what I was looking for. Those kind of general traits. A lot of you are very specific about your professions already, and some of you are more general, and that works perfectly with what we want to do. You can keep popping those in, and let's start to see if we can see if our department might be a fit to you. So those can keep running in. And Megan, go ahead and move us. Okay, one of my favorite scriptures growing up, I'm a preacher's kid, what came from Luke 2 after Jesus came back from the temple, and they found him as a young boy, and Luke recorded that Jesus continued to grow in body and mind, also in the love of God and those who know him. And you think about it, those are very well-rounded concepts there: body, mind, loving God, and those around him. So our department has kind of as a central theme that we want to minister and we want to educate the entire person. We want you guys to be able to help people to be healthy, both physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually. So you'll see a well-rounded approach as we kind of discern on those. if any of you put down, and obviously I saw a lot of doctors and therapists and those kind of things. In general, if you want to help people heal, we have several opportunities for you to do that. We have graduates who are working as medical doctors. We have dentists. We have people in cardiac rehab, PE teachers out there getting good healthy habits started, occupational therapists, physical assistants, physical therapists, exercise physiologists, and personal trainers. And that's just kind of a representative list. We've got a lot of different ways that we can help people heal. You can see some of our classes here on campus. You can see some of the research opportunities that we have as well. So if you want to help people heal, we are one path to that. By now, you understand that there are a lot of different paths to get to become a doctor or to become a therapist. And we offer one through our health science studies major with different subgroups within it. Perfect. Okay, Megan. I saw a couple of you that like sports. And go ahead, we'll click it one more time. There, perfect. We have tons of our students who have an interest in sports, and faculty as well for that matter. We have athletic trainers that are doing sports medicine on the sidelines. We have graduates who are functioning now as coaches. We have strength and conditioning coaches. We have people doing youth sports, both with nonprofits and maybe with churches as well. And these are our majors in action right here. The athletic trainers, one of the women's national champion players who was one of our HKLS majors, Bryce Petty, played in the NFL for a little while, and a spirit squad person. So we have a variety of people finding ways to meld their love for sports with their educational training and their career choices. Next. How about being outside? We have several options for you if you're not an office kind of person. In my program, we develop recreation leaders that work for camps as full-time camp staff and camp directors. I mentioned those strength and conditioning coaches and other types of coaches in the athletic realm. Dr. Woody's physical education teachers. And I'm going to pause right here for a second. Dr. Wooddy, tell them about both of your options for physical education teachers, both the undergraduate and the 5-year.
We have, as Dr. Connally just said, we have two options. One is an undergraduate degree, and you have an opportunity to get your all of your coursework and prepare you to take a certification exam and do an internship in school in Texas. The internship is from kindergarten to 12th grade. And so you would be certified in that area. And then after, prior to your graduation, you would be taking the certification exam and being able to, if you pass that test, then you would be a certified physical education teacher. We have an emphasis in coaching. And so we give you an opportunity in that internship as well in your senior year to be mentored with a particular coach. We try to put you where your sport interest is, but there is also a secondary interest in emphasis in coaching. A second opportunity would be a 5-year program in which you would get your undergraduate degree, your master's degree, and then prepare you to take that certification exam. In both of these programs, we offer, again, the coaching emphasis, and we also offer an opportunity for you to get coursework to prepare you for a second exam, which would make you very marketable in the school systems, both private and public school.
Perfect, Margaret. In fact, that's a great segue into the next slide. Many of you feel a little bit of a calling from God to serve him through your profession. And we can help you do that both directly and indirectly. Indirectly, we have many physicians who are choosing to go out and do medical missionary trips. And then we have some that are quite direct and who have chosen an international field for their practicing of medicine. We have recreation graduates who have gone on to do international sports ministries. And Dr. Wooddy just mentioned the private school, Christian school teachers that are able to teach PE within a Christian context. So we have several opportunities that exist within our programs for you to do direct ministry. Okay, Megan? I know that we have many of you who are interested in research, both research that that might be on the human body and other types of research. I will tell you that there is some research out there that can be done just for the sake of research. And then there's other research called applied research that affects practice and affects the way that we do things and a way that we treat the human body. Almost everything that we do in our department research-wise is the latter. It's that stuff that matters. It's the stuff that directly leads to inform decisions on what kinds of sports supplements you might put in your body. Or it might lead to direct ideas about how to train to prevent knee injuries. It might be, with the picture from Australia down here, it might be how to manage the Great Barrier Reef in Australia so that you can balance the needs of people who want to go there to fish, people who want to go there to do scuba, and people who just want to hang out on the beach, and how do managers keep that thing safe for future generations, yet let people use it. So we're doing research among all of these fields, both in the medical side and on the human management side and the sports side, that gives you a chance, even as an undergraduate, to participate in research projects. And we have many of our faculty members who would love to work with you and give you a chance to just dip your foot in the research waters. Good, next. Well, if you really kind of were thinking you wanted to sit off in a cubicle and not hang out with people, I'm not sure we're the right department for you. Everything we do involves working with people in various types of settings. And I wanted to just let you know that's kind of what we are. So that if that's you, then we might be a good fit for you. Next one, Megan. Have you heard about living and learning centers? Megan's going to run a poll for you, and let's see how many of you know kind of what a living and learning center is, or you're familiar with some of them. Okay, I see somebody that's a little bit familiar with it. Do not. Perfect. Great. Okay, Megan, give me the next one. Let's see if we can fill them in on that a little bit. We have one that is directly involved with our department. What the Living and Learning Center is it's a concept of involving cohort living, putting people in their freshman, sophomore, it depends by the Living and Learning Center, but putting them in their initial resident experiences in a manner that they are hanging out with people who like the kind of stuff that they like. So if you certainly if you're into this outdoor adventure that we're talking about, if you love being outside, if you love to backpack, hike, and kayak, regardless of your major, we have an outdoor adventure living and learning center in Penland on the 4th floor, where you can live with people who have that interest, and you can spend some weekends out doing those kinds of trips under excellent leadership. And you get leadership training both in the outdoors and just in general leadership training, and a lot of discussions about grit and being able to handle adversity, which really is the college experience. So the Outdoor Adventure Living and Learning Center is a very tight community, relatively small, approximately 40 people who have this outdoor interest. Now there is also within the entire Penland Residence Hall a fitness wellness focus, that they provide quite a few active activities for the residents to kind of help you battle that freshman 10 and to help you connect with other students through fitness. And then for those of you headed toward those pre-med and other health professions, Earl Hall offers the Science and Health Living and Learning Center. So you would have faculty from the medical disciplines running that and giving you experiences that help you do that. So when we run the info thing later, if you want more information about one of these living and learning centers, let us know and we'll get you in there. Okay, Megan. Margaret, why don't you tell them a little about right quick about internships?
Okay. Every one of our majors in our department has an opportunity to take an internship for course credit. Some of them are required. And so essentially what an internship does is that it gives you an opportunity to be mentored instead of just an observer. You're actually being taught by a professional within the field. For example, if one of our interns is an all-level physical education teacher, he or she would be in the schools with a professional and learning how to teach and coach. If we have a person who is interested in physical therapy or occupational therapy, we have an internship opportunity. And the difference, I think one of your prerequisites for professional school would be at least 150 hours of observation. But in this internship experience, you're not put off to the side just watching. You are actually involved as much as legally possible in the experience. And for example, we have had an experience at the Texas Medical Center in which some of our medical pre-med students would be following one of the doctors. They would be involved in if there was a consult, they would be in the consult room with other doctors. If there is an opportunity to go and observe surgery, that has been an experience as well. And depending upon the input that you have, we've had interns who have, the doctors have allowed them to remove sutures, to place sutures, just depending upon their experience. The health, kinesiology, and leisure services major also has an option, and depending upon your emphasis, that would be an option too. We have a dance minor, and if you'll see over there on your left, that's one of our dance minors who is doing an intern. I believe that was, maybe she had a second internship and she was at Disney. And then we have, again, just following over from left to right, one young man was seeking chiropractic school, and then we have research, and then we have some who are working as in the Waco community. This is one of our opportunities for a grocery store that is in a food desert, or was, and they provided this particular store. And then on the last slide over here on your right, that's one of our physical education teachers, who pre-physical education teachers, who's also in coaching. So it's an opportunity for you to get practical experience. That's about it in a nutshell, while being mentored by a professional.
Absolutely. And we would recommend that you do plenty of other internships, not for academic credit, during each of your summers, or other ways that you can squeeze them in to get shadowing hours and things of that nature. But whenever you start talking to us about an academic internship, that's when it's a class, and that's when we're involved in the process and have the mentoring and things like that going on. Okay, Megan? Right now, we have 3 opportunities. Well, I say right now, under COVID, we don't. But as soon as we finish with COVID, we will have opportunities for you to do study abroad within our department. We have a brand new one in Costa Rica that offers you an internship substitution for health science studies and pre-health professions. We have all-level PE going to England. And then in Australia, our recreation and leisure services people lead that one and give you a chance to do that management type of research and look at the tourism in Australia as well. So we're looking forward to returning to normalcy and giving you guys a chance to get out and do something international. And I think we'll be there soon. Okay, one more, Megan. We do offer professional advising here up through your junior year. And you meet with them, and they help you keep on track and make sure that you're in the right classes, you're getting the sequences right. And it is a great advantage at Baylor for you to have that. At many universities, you're kind of left on your own to look through a digital catalog and figure out when you're going to graduate. And here you'll be working with a human being who understands your program and will help kind of keep you on track. It's very important that you work closely with them and that you listen to them. They know what they're talking about, and they understand our programs inside and out. There is, if you Google within Baylor's website, the equivalent course tool, there is a thing that lets you look ahead of time to see what's going to transfer in automatically, and then what you might have to petition in. And that would be very important for you to figure that out. Okay, next one, Megan. So I've hit all of these majors. These are the majors within our department. Exercise physiology, health kinesiology, and leisure studies that Dr. Wooddy described for you. Health science studies, which has the pre-med, pre-dent, pre-PT, and pre-PA, and pre-athletic training. I saw a question about that in the chat box. Similar to what she described in the 5-year all-level PE class major, the athletic training is set up the same way. You do a 5-year program, and upon graduation, you have your bachelor's of science and health science studies, and you have your master's in athletic training, and you're ready to sit for the athletic training exam. And so athletic training has moved toward a master's program, and it is not, there are not undergraduate athletic training programs going to be accredited in the future. So we've kind of gotten ahead of the curve and have our 5-year program in place to help you pull that off. All level physical education she's talked about. Recreation leisure services, which is my major, is outdoor recreation, recreation ministry, and community sport as the options there. And then we do offer that OALLC. So that's kind of the majors. We would be very interested in you dropping into the chat what major seems to be the one that you're the most interested in at this point. And if you can let us know that, it gives us a feel to kind of give our program directors a heads up on how many of you they might feel from. Perfect, perfect, good. Keep them coming, that's great. Okay. Excellent. Oh, Michelle, one for my heart, recreation. I love it. Make sure you get a hold of me. Excellent. Well, we are very happy that some of you seem like you might be a great fit. And Megan, if you'll pop onto the next one, please. There's the email down at the bottom that'll give you a very general email into our department. And if you'll just kind of drop in there what major you're looking for, we will funnel you on to the program director. And you can also email me personally. I'm DALE, Dale _ Connally, CONNALLY @baylor.edu, and you could do either one of those, and we'll get you to the right program director and get you rolling. But we have a little bit of time, just a couple of minutes, I think. So if you have any more questions that we haven't hit for either Dr. Wooddy or myself, please drop those into the either the Q&A or let me see, look at a couple of them here. If I wanted to be an occupational therapist, what would I major in? And I believe that would be health science studies and pre-OT. Is that correct, Dr. Wooddy?
Yes, you could do that, or you could also do exercise physiology. You could also do health kinesiology and leisure services, because that degree has 32 hours of electives, and so you can get all your prerequisites. But it just depends on the degree, and I think your advisor could give you information, and also talking to the specific program director could give you information about which one would be fit your interest best, because there are several opportunities for the pre-PT and pre-OT, pre-PA as well.
Okay, good. Let's see, I got that one. Undergraduate DPT. Somebody asked if they could take the undergraduate kinesiology major as an undergraduate and still be able to do a DPT program for graduates. Yes, and like
Yes.
Dr. Wooddy just said, I believe I would be very careful to let my advisor know if I were going to sign up for HKLS, or even in the health science studies, let them make sure you're pre-PT there, get into the right concentration, and make sure that your advisor is aware of it so that you can then move forward toward a DPT. And there is a good relationship between our department and Baylor's DPT program. And Dr. Blaylock can tell you more about that. She's the program director for health science studies. or Dr. Wooddy, either one. And but yes, that is possible. So that's a great question. If you want to play football, what living areas would you recommend? I'll be honest with you, I stay out of the living areas. That would totally be a discussion, I think, between you and the football program and your athletic advisors over there, in terms of where they have you live. Let's see, somebody asked about recreation opportunities at Baylor. Absolutely. We have internship opportunities here, both those kind of informal ones and then the formal ones. But I'll be honest with you, most of the recreation majors, by the time they get to their FAR credit internship, which is full-time, they usually are outside Waco working with a 400-hour internship, which is full-time work for 10 weeks, trying to use that as a springboard toward their first job. That's a great question. Let's see, anything else? Megan, am I missing any questions? How we
I
doing?
was just about to say, we're actually gonna kind of shut this one down for
Sure,
today,
perfect.
but if you guys do have more questions, like he mentioned, please feel free to reach out to them or reach out to this email that you see on the screen there. But thank you all so much for attending today, and I hope you have a great rest of the premiere event. But again, feel free to reach out with any questions, and thank you to our lovely panelists. So I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Sick 'em Bears.